That's it. We're good now. Hey man, it's that
Bullshit.
you heard. It's that you heard
Yo, man.
podcast. Yo, I should have recorded the last 20 minutes. That shit was wild. That shit was a
Bogus,
wreck.
man. Stream y'all. We got stream y'all. We got to talk, man.
Yeah, it's very, very serious questions being raised right now. Hey
Yeah,
man,
we
y'all
got
know
to
how
talk.
we do, man. Y'all know how we cook, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that. Leave your 5-star reviews. We got a lot to talk about, man. So let's just jump right into it. And Oregon King, we got you on this question this time, bro. I promise.
It's an easy question, son.
That's very easy. Like, we can answer it almost in the intro. But let's play the intro.
Welcome to the You Heard podcast with your hosts, Ben, Joe, and CP. We're here to cover everything related to Miami Hurricanes football, from hot topics to pre- and post-game analysis.
All right,
Okay,
we'll
yeah,
talk
please.
about it at the end. We'll talk about it.
No, let's talk about that right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like, I don't
I
appreciate
mean, what did you say?
No.
What are we talking about, son?
Get into it. I feel
Keeping it a buck.
You heard?
Hey man, one day we're gonna tell the story about what happened for about 20 minutes in the pre-show, but not right now, man. We gotta cook. Hey man, that shit was too funny, bro. That shit was too funny. Speaking of too funny, right? Just straight jump into it, fam. Yesterday, a certain school we didn't mention them on the show, and Trailer Hassey, you know what I mean? Mention the location, not the school. Got big mad about an article dropping facts, not emotional, very much, you know what I'm saying, what it was, because the numbers are the numbers, the snaps are the snaps. David Lake from Inside the U dropped the article saying who were the most likely to be the impact freshmen this year with Francis. Y'all know the names, man. We don't have to run through them. And at the bottom, he compared the differences of a Mario Cristobal staff with playing the freshmen as opposed to Mike Norvell staff that prefers to play the transfers. That's been well documented, right? Like that's nothing new. Fam, FSU Twitter got big mad. So my question was, and I'll ask it to you, is why are they reading our articles when we don't ever read theirs?
It's the off season, man. You know, everybody reading everything, man. I have never read. I've never been on an FSU site, so I don't know any of their writers. I don't know who does what over there. So I don't pay attention to really any other school. So but obviously they're feeling good, because of the preseason hype. The 10 wins, after 4 years, right? Mike Norvell's been there for 4 years, right?
Yeah.
So 10 wins after 4 years, so they're feeling good, man. And they always, trying to pick a fight or something, man. But
yeah. I took the opposite perspective on that. I thought it shows how fragile how insecure they are, right? Because like if everybody's telling you, y'all, hey, look, man, y'all CFP bound, all that stuff. One article sets y'all up. One article sets y'all off like that. That means you really feeling like it's a house of cards. You really like, I don't know if Mike is the guy, but I'm gonna be showing out like one article from a Canes reporter, right? Like this isn't this he has his perspective and who he covers. Like you went on that site to do it. So I went back and forth with them. It's like, oh, everybody, the consensus was, you read our stuff. Fam, no, I don't. Like I couldn't tell you anything about your team besides your quarterback, that's a transfer, and your best player, that's a transfer. Again, like I couldn't tell you anything. I couldn't tell you nada, zip zero, anything. That's it. Like,
yeah,
I don't.
I don't like anything about the team. Like I don't like the colors. I don't like the chant.
Uniforms are ugly. Nothing.
Yeah,
It's not even original.
I don't like the field. I don't like
the stadium.
I don't like anything about that
Like
team. So
either. So why would I spend? Why would I
yeah.
pay? Like the whole excuse they had was, oh, it was a free article. But why are you going on the site though? Like you
Yeah, you
can't.
have to get to it somehow, right? You have to
Yeah,
click the link. You
you
have to
have to
click the
click
link.
the link, which
Mhm.
means you follow. You know what I'm saying?
So
Like
was so the link was posted. Was anything mentioned about FSU to get an FSU fan to click the link? Like it would
no,
have to say in the link, whatever the title is, and we're talking about FSU too. Some shit has to indicate that
no.
FSU has been mentioned in the article.
If I remember correctly, because Twitter's a timeline's a mess. It basically just said it was an article. When I saw it, it was from Gabby, because David Lake doesn't. I don't think he's ever on Twitter. I've never seen it. I follow him, but I've never seen him post a thing. So Gabby shared the article, and it just said top incoming freshmen like expectations or some shit like that. Of my nothing FSU. There was no like and the thoughts on FSU. Nothing like because why would that wouldn't make, you know what I'm saying, like as a headline wouldn't make sense. So it's like they read that and it was a not a very long article, but it was just one paragraph for a Francis, a paragraph for Ray, a paragraph for Mark Fletcher, and their expectations of snaps this year. Like
Right.
Francis was the biggest at like 700, and then it went down from there. And then at the bottom, at the very so you had to read all that shit, and then at the very bottom, it was like two and a half paragraphs about the differences of Mario Cristobal playing freshman. Again, last year played it out of necessity, and what he's going to possibly be doing this year, relying more on freshmen. And that was it. And then like in comparison to that, Mike Norvell, again, well documented for 4 years, relies more on transfers. Was it? I saw one thing I saw was like because it was in the article, it was like 16 of there's all 16 to 22 potential starters on that team are all transfers.
Sure, and we
So
know that everybody is aware of that. Everybody knows that, and I don't. I didn't read the article, but I heard a lot about it. He wasn't discrediting or downplaying or saying it was
just
a
comparing.
bad thing. He was just
Yeah.
pointing out facts and comparing. He wasn't saying you're a dumbass for doing that or
Yeah.
your regime is gonna crumble for doing that shit. He wasn't saying that. He was just comparing.
Yeah, that's it. Just it was very much matter of fact. It was the boom, 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 boom. That was it. So I was like, so when they go like that, I was like, damn man, like everybody's talking about y'all being, what I'm saying, running playing for the chip. One article sets y'all off. Oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about. What's development anyway? I was like, what? What is happening? So it's just weirdo behavior. And you can expect that from a fragile fan base that, what I'm saying, doesn't even have an original chant. You know what I'm saying? They share with like three other teams and programs. So, what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like again, if you're that confident, one article from a rival new reporter doesn't upset you that much. I think that just they showed themselves to be who they really are. Speaking of showing themselves to be who they really are.
I don't want to talk about this.
No, no,
Go
but
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
listen,
Go. It's on you,
listen, man.
son.
All right, I'm gonna just listen. You
I
see
don't
it.
want
You
to.
see this. You see this right here.
Oh my
If y'all
goodness.
listening, the little headline is "Come on, Susan." Listen, man. For years, I've been seeing people retweet or comment, "Yo, what is she doing?" I, and I've never, honestly, never really paid attention to it because I've never cared what she says. You know what I mean? But fam, the question that she asked Francis, and I've shared it all over our social medias, mine, yours, and the you heards, fam, to ask Cece, Francis Magoa, Mike Noah, as they like to be called, basically why you're better than another player, or why do you think you're better, and the discomfort, the just the sheer embarrassment that Cece felt when being asked that question hurt me, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like I felt genuinely bad. Like it made me uncomfortable. Like you ever seen a video where like or a fight where one of the fighters breaks their leg and you're like, ooh, and you just grimace? That's what it
Mhm.
felt like. Like
Yeah.
it felt like I saw that shit. I was like, what kind of like first off, what kind of question is that? And what information are you gonna get from that other than either Cece bashing his teammate, saying that I'm just better than him, or making somebody feel really uncomfortable by a terrible fucking question. A terrible fucking question, yo. Oh my god, man. Just it made no sense. So I before I
For those
came
who
on,
don't know, she asked
okay,
him,
go ahead.
what happened? That was crazy.
Oh,
For those
that
who
was
don't
weird.
know, she asked Francis. Um, she said that him and Samson were 5 stars, which
Yep.
is a fact. But
Yes.
Francis is probably starting at right tackle, and
Hmm.
Samson isn't gonna start.
Correct.
How do, how do you feel about that?
Yeah. 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 That
Huh?
was
What?
yeah. But like,
What you
what
asked
is?
me, son?
I would have acted like I couldn't hear. I was like, I know we're trying really hard to just move the fuck on. Like, just
Son,
move
I would
on.
have did the Dave Chappelle. Son. Huh? What? Huh?
Huh?
What?
Nah, you know what I would have hit her with? Wrap it up, B. Just play the
Yeah.
music. Just wrap it up. So it was a long question. It had no reason to be asked. No, like there's no information you could get from that. So I told before I was talking to my wife about it. I was like, you can ask hard questions as a reporter, right? You could be like, look, how does it feel as a five? Like, I'll give you a hard question that isn't wild as fuck. How is it as a 5 star coming into a program that was 5-7? How do you begin to change the culture as a freshman? And another 5 star that, from all accounts, Samson is 6, right? He's right there. So it's not,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? There's better there's not necessarily there's players with more experience at the positions he could be up for. Jalen
Right.
Rivers, Javion Cohen. I'm saying all those are legit players. So
Yep.
and that's what it is. Like, how do you feel being a 5 star coming into a 5-7 program now heading into the season? How do you begin to change the culture while also being a starter? What kind of pressure do you feel? That's a fair question, right?
Mhm.
Like that's a fair. Not like why are you better than the other 5 star? Well, you're like I think she said some shit like, oh, it's never happened here. It doesn't happen often here in Miami. So why are you better than the other 5 star? Like what? What? Like what? Yo, listen, listen, Susan. You've had an amazing career, 50 years strong, or however fucking long you've been there. And listen, enjoy retirement. There's plenty of places. There's plenty of flights to catch. Start traveling, seeing the world. You know what I'm saying? Go see some snow. Just move on. The time has passed you by. With all due respect, it's that time. I got. Please stop asking stupid questions. Just they're not. It's not hard. You've been doing it for longer than all of us have been alive. You've been doing this since Schnellenberger was here. Like it's time to go. Look, I said
So
that all. I thought I was.
you don't believe in the "there's no stupid questions" motto?
Oh no, there's 100% stupid questions. Like no, 100, like 100%, 100%. There's stupid questions. Like if you're asking, like if your job is to ask questions, right? Like we can ask stupid questions. I did a stupid question on the last pod with Plaz. That was a stupid question. You could ask stupid questions all the time. If your job is to not ask stupid questions, you should not be asking stupid questions. It's not that difficult. Look, I just did it, and I don't have 50 years of work experience. I could ask you a tough question, very easy, and then you move on. It was wild, B. Wild, wild. And she's the gift that keeps on giving. Because tomorrow she'll do it again. Which
Every
we could
day.
do a daily. Every,
She's consistent.
every
She doesn't miss work
she's
ever.
the Steph Curry of bad
She
questions, man.
does not miss work, son. You
Look, she,
can rely on her 5 questions every time. So she's cutting
ev-
people off, everything, son. It don't matter.
don't matter. Son. Don't fucking matter. Oh my god, it's wild. All right, man. We cleansed the whole Susan thing. We've moved on from that. Oh my God. Talking about reporters on this podcast, which is wild. Hey man, we always post questions, post a graphic on our social media about asking us questions, getting our take in our opinion, and the way we do things on the show. Our guy Oregon Kane had this question of I think last week. We didn't get to it because we had time constraints getting onto a live show last week, so had to make sure we got it on this one, man. Because he hits me up. Real quick, Oregon Kane. Yes, we're done with intros. All right, that's the one and final intro. I'm not gonna tinker. I'm not gonna mess around with nothing else. It's done and dusted with that. All right. So this
Maybe.
question
Well,
is,
hold up. We may be done with intros. We may not be, son. It don't matter. If we ain't done, we ain't done.
The sound effects might be different. You know what I mean? We might get producers and they might want to change it up.
Yeah,
all right.
son,
So
we
this
may not be done. Dr. Dre may want to drop an intro for us.
But we can't tell them no. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell them no. Timberland might be like, "Hey man, I really like how y'all be cooking. Let me give you a little something." You never know, hater out here disrespecting. Enjoy the salsa for enjoy the salsa for now, man.
What was we talking about?
All right, man.
For real,
question
who's your preference for DT since we missed on Franklin? Can't say David Stone. You want to tell him?
Just Aiden Breland.
Tell us one name.
Just one name. Aiden Breland.
Just one. Number one D tackle on my board.
Yeah. And we gotta real quick though, man. We gotta stop acting like we don't have the beginning. Like we have a solid.
We got AJ, son. We got AJ.
We got Juggernaut, man. Like let's stop acting. We got Marquise and you know what I'm saying and Rudolph. Like, do we get one D tackle? That's a really, really solid class. And Saturday we might be finding out some more information, man. All right, man. Oregon Kane, hope that answers your question, man. Always, appreciate the support.
Appreciate you, bro.
And yeah, the intro might change. And if it does, I'm saying it's what we do. That's just what we do. All right, man. We'll be back after this quick commercial break.
Welcome to Caneswear. Family owned and operated since 2010. Caneswear has all latest merchandise for the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Inter Miami Soccer, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of I-595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Hey, man, shout out to the family at Caneswear, man. Y'all already know what it is. They always rep it. Yeah. We don't take pictures like CB does. We say that for the Sunday show. Hey, man, had to send up, you know what I'm saying? We had a commit, 2026 commit. Had to hit up the guy that already had the film breakdown. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's STEVO. Y'all watch his breakdowns. Y'all watch everything he does, man. I got STEVO from 3 Live Canes.
Hey.
Watch his film, man. What's going on, STEVO?
Oh, that's live. That's live.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we got sound effects out here, man.
Yeah, that's live. Yeah, I'm big chilling. Always nice to get a commitment from a local stud. Obviously, I see him all the time. He play right here. He's from Dade, but he play up here in Broward. Oh man,
you always trying to throw that Broward in there, baby.
Yeah, feel me? Maiden day, you get paid in Broward, baby. You know it's an exciting week, just in general for Canes football. But having someone like Madley commit, who got the best way to say it, he got face out here, he got clout. Kids. They look up to him. Kids who are older in classes be groupies on him. Like, it's sad sometimes. Like, when you look at it, it's like, damn, man, like, you a senior, my dude. Like, the way you riding right now, like, you might get pregnant, fam. Like, please use protection when you riding that boy. Like, but he's one of them players, though, so I get it. Like, he's one of them, like, generational, you come through South Florida, like, they've been since Little League. We've been saying, "Oh, he's one of them ones." He's like man when they saw Shamar for the first time. Oh man when we saw Dalvin Cook for the first time. He's one of those like you just waiting on that day for Roger Goodell to shake his hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fact.
So he's class of 2026, right? So how many other cats in that class, man, are just is that like the best wide receiver class? The last couple years,
It's definitely
Yeah.
the 25 class and the 26 class are stacked. Stupid stacked with wide receivers down here and nationally. Being on with Raw, going across the country, and even having some other out of state guys on our team really opened my eyes to really the 25 and 26 class. Like they're stupid loaded at receiver. This is a generation grew up on OBJ and they are ready. Like he's just saucy. Like they are for 2026. I think it's the best receiver in the nation race or battle is going to be between two South Florida players. You'll have Jabari Brady at Monarch, who's 6'4", 200, will outrun you, will head top you, will anything you could ever dream of happening to you or nightmare of happening to you as a defensive back, he'll do it to you. That's definitely a two-man race to who's the best receiver in the nation. Just being dead ass honest with you, or dead ass honest with you.
No, you can curse. You good.
Be uncensored over here, baby.
Yeah, that's a two-man race. And if anybody from either 247, even my own people's at Rivals or On 3 tell you anything different, man, that's what you talking about. And then you got Darius Gray, who just picked up a Miami offer. He might be playing with a 7-on-17. That's very pro Miami. Same thing with Jabari. We very pro Miami out here. So we got some good things. 2026 is loaded for sure.
Yeah. What about 2025, man? Who's the top three in 2025 to you?
I'm actually really ready for this because I get asked this every day.
Okay.
And for the group chats, just for an update, Nashawn Montgomery, he's in West Palm Beach. He's originally from Rhode Island. Yes, he plays with us in Raw. He is a superstar. He's been to campus 16 times since the beginning of this new year, right? I know the coach, him and his dad played in the CFL, was in the NFL for a little bit too. Professional athlete, understands how to carry himself and do the business. It's all because his dad's been there. So mentally, he's ahead of the game than a lot of these recruits. He already had a top 3 after his freshman year, and thankfully Miami's in that top 3, and we're gonna stay in that top 3 all the way, and then hopefully we can close on that. But Nashawn Montgomery out of Cardinal Newman, for sure. That would be considered like a mega whiff if we don't get him, just because how much contact and how much times he's been to campus. Like they joke about him, like not having a dorm. Like where's you get a dorm already? You know what I'm saying? Like
wow,
yeah. You feel me? Then you got Cortez Mills out of Homestead, bro. Yes, I get it. Like he play with Raw. Like people might think I'm biased, but there's a reason why we're the number 1 team in the nation. It's because we have the best players. Cortez Mills out of Homestead, for lack of a better terms, is gangster. Like he just getting it out the mud, bro. Like he gonna route you, he gonna head top you. He's just so smooth, and I think he has room to grow in certain areas that you could coach. There's things like every athlete and receiver could get better at this and better at that. He has things that you just can't coach. He has so much attributes that you just can't coach, bro. This man, like literally, like his corneas enlarge when the ball's in the air, bro. I've never seen him like it's stupid the ball skills that he has, Cortez, and I think it's gonna be a Miami and Florida State battle there. Hopefully, Weezy don't rub off on him too much, but Cortez, that's another 2025, and then I'll definitely the little bro Kobe Howard. Who just transferred in from Pensacola down here to Broward. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Had to make sure he got to a Broward school. Some of them day schools were sniffing around like, nah.
Almost have Broward been mentioned.
You know what I'm saying? So we was out there in LA. His dad was, me and his dad been talking about it because he was slipping in the rankings. And I was like, man, don't worry about the rankings, man. All these colleges, all SEC schools on Kobe, on him. Auburn, bro, they hitting them up every day. Florida, LSU, Texas. So I'm like, bro, don't worry about the rankings, none of that stuff. But if he wants to play better competition, what's up, man? Had a couple options, but I didn't want him to go to the heritage of the St. Thomas's of it. So I transferred to Western, and it worked out for me later in my career in high school. So, man, got in with Chop. They were DEFCON. So, and Frank Tucker, who also works with me in Rivals, Kings County. That's my boy. I play with him. Against them in Little League all the way that we played together at Western. So, I was like, yo, fam, what's up, man? What's good? I know we got Davi in a 4-star quarterback committed to Virginia Tech. What's up, man? Got Kobe down here. He's unstoppable. Went for over like 250 yards in his debut. It's insane. Like
That's crazy.
it's insane.
Yeah,
He's
got
fast. He's strong. I mean, that's a kid I have to tell. Chill when we work out. We work out all the time. He's in the gym. He's doing 3-4 days. We have to tell him stop. Like, bro, here's the bath salt, Epsom salt. Sit your ass in this bath and just vibe for a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, if y'all don't remember Kobe Howard, man, that was a young player last year that broke his leg going up for a ball, got tripped up, got caught up with a DB and took a bad fall, man. That was crazy.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
it was
came down here. Yeah, freak accident kept showing out, man. That's crazy. Man, this world of recruiting don't stop. We talking 26s, 25s, and 2024 still gotta happen. And on Saturdays,
he came down. Yeah, he came down to Legends Camp for that offer. Like, he was always, we would talk on Twitter and stuff, and he was like, man, I want that Miami offer. And at that time, I didn't really know anybody on staff like that other than like Coach Rump and stuff or Coach DVD. So I was like, you know what? Let me hit up my dog, Odell. He previously played for the Canes. A lot of y'all know Odell. Man, this man sent Cooney the message. I sent a screenshot. I was like, man, Kobe, he a big Canes. Like, his people are Canes fans. I told y'all off air, like, his family is Canes family. So man, I sent that thing, and Coach Cooney, Odell sent me the screenshot back, and he said, man, Coach Cooney said he is like that. Tell him slide. And then obviously, what happened, but we had OVs from like Malik Bryant, Komani McLean, all that. We had probably the biggest official visits for that Legend Camp, right? And every single coach left to go see him in the hospital, and that was right. Like, if he could have signed already, I think that could have been a thing. It's definitely solidified Miami as a contender. Obviously, he has all these big schools coming at him too. But I think Miami will be in a great place just because of the family aspect they have of it and the background of his family preferring Canes. And like I said, his dad was we need to fire Blake James type Canes fan. Like, he one of us. Like, he not just tune in. Like, he one of us. So super excited.
That's what's up.
You got something, Joe, before we get into these first annual You Heard preseason awards. Hey man, everything popping on the All-American list. I was like, you know what, we should have something on the show, man. This is strictly Canes because we don't give a fuck about any other team. That's, you see it.
Not
green
at
and
all.
orange all day. Not at all. Fuck all them. Just all of them. Yeah, man. So we're gonna break it down, man, into a couple different sections. So the first category, it's how it's gonna work. We're just gonna nominate a player. It's not a list because we know who the players are, we know who the staff is. So the first, award for preseason, who we think is gonna have a breakout year, is assistant coach of the year. So obviously, Steve-O, you're our guest, so you go first. What position coach, aka assistant coach, is gonna have the best performing group?
I don't want to take the easy way out and say Coach Dawson, just because every quarterback's going to do better in his system than in Coach Josh Gaddis' system. But I'm going to say KB to keep it with the receivers, just because this system is made for this receiving core. They're a lot better than people want to think and want to assume, or even led to believe, actually, because of the circumstances that are sometimes out of their control. People understand their O-line. We had 5 healthy guys. These guys are running around doing routes, 30, 40 yards downfield, crossing each other, and the quarterback's been, sacked 3 times before a guy turns their head. So just switching to a system that he gets the ball at the hands quick, I think KB's unit can have probably the biggest jump, other than maybe Mirabal.
Okay, Joe, what you got?
I'm gonna say Coach Guidry and the safeties, man.
Okay.
Of course, we have Cam, who's already an All-American, but James Williams is on the comeback, and I think he's gonna have a tremendous comeback season. You know what I mean? And I think everybody, Jaden Harris, Markeith Williams, I think it's gonna be a big year for the safeties, man. I think they on, picks, right, tackles, big hits, big year for the safeties, man.
Yeah, man. So obviously, y'all know how we do on the show, man. None of us can pick the same one. So as soon as one is, I'm saying, he said, like Steve said, KB, that's off my list. I can't say it. So I'm gonna go with Coach Nick, linebackers. I think what he's done with these Yeah, Coach D-Nick, what he's done with these linebackers, the young boys especially, man, seeing Popo, seeing Marcellus, and just seeing the development and the growth that they've had and the confidence that they're playing with, man. And he's giving that to Corey Flagg, who some people feel some kind of way about. You know what I'm saying? Giving him seeing the Kiko playing and the KJ Close is just it's you can see the difference, man. Me and Steve saw a little bit of it, very little of it at Canes Fest that Joe wasn't at, but my guy Steve was there. I just want to always point out that Joe was not there. I just want to Joe wasn't there. You know what I mean? Just want to let y'all know.
Don't laugh at
He was there in spirit. Yeah, he was there in spirit. Now let him know what was happening, man. Yeah, man. So I got Coach D-Nick, man. I think those linebackers gonna cook, man. All right, man. Next category. Offensive freshman of the year. Y'all already know who it is, man. Y'all know the new class coming in. Steve-O, who you got?
It's the only freshman that's gonna play every single snap, and that's Francis Mauanoa. I just found out that the G is silent. I was saying Mao go this whole. I was saying Mao go this whole time. So it's Mauanoa. We went through the whole year calling Rozier. So I get these name corrections. People just take.
He said either way though, didn't he? I think he said either way.
Yeah, but it's Rozier. Like he says that to be nice, but it's Rozier.
Yeah,
like,
it's Rozier.
It's Rozier.
There's always just right before camp or right before the first game, you always realize you were saying some player's name wrong. But no matter what you call him, he's the offensive rookie of the year for sure.
Yeah. That's the easy. Man, that's the. All right, Joe, you up?
That's the easy answer. I'm gonna go with Fletch, man. I'm gonna go with Fletch. Yeah, you know what I mean, at the running back spot, I think he's towards the middle end of the year, he's going to start to get more reps, but I think he'll get his fair share of reps. And I think he the type that'll get, 8 carries for 75 yards and 2 touchdowns type shit. You know what I mean? So I think he's that type of guy. So I think he'll, wild out and shit.
Man, this leaves me with so little choices because I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna go Ray. I'm gonna go Ray.
Nah, you got to, right? That's the only.
Gotta go Ray. Only one left. Not really. I mean, there's a receiver Robbie. I'm gonna go Ray, man. I think he has. Are we gonna put something on? I don't know if he has as many, maybe 15 to 20 catches, but for like 350. You know what I'm saying? Like just breakaway plays type shit, and like 3 or 4 touchdowns. So I'm gonna go with you know what I'm saying, Ray. All right, man. On the other side of the ball, man, the defensive freshman of the year.
Don't say it. Don't say it, Steve.
I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna let y'all
Hold on. No, wait. I'm gonna change this shit up because he takes the order. Yeah, we're gonna change the order. Show, man, what you got?
I ain't even gonna say that. I ain't even gonna say it, man. I ain't even gonna say that.
We gave you the short end of the stick, man. You might as well start it off. You know who it is.
You know what? I'm about to shock, man. I'm gonna go with.
What you about to say?
I'm gonna go with Damari, man.
That was my pick.
I'm gonna go with Damari, man. I ain't even gonna go. If he get the starting nod or not, that's up for debate. But I think regardless, he's gonna show out, man. I think he's gonna have a solid. He is a freshman. We gotta remember that, but he's a mature freshman. He played at a fantastic program in high school. He's been coached by his pops is a guy. I mean,
he's defensive backs.
Yeah. His brother,
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna have a very solid season.
All right, I'm gonna take the low hanging fruit, Hurricane Bane. Just okay. I don't need to be no explanations. Yeah. Y'all seen the effort. Y'all seen the lower half. Just Hurricane Bane, man. Keeping seniors accountable is all I needed to see when he put what was it? Akeem Ezra put that out there like, hey man, Hurricane telling me to tighten up. So I got none. That's it. That's all I needed to see. Steve-O, what you got, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Jaden Wayne at this point. I think he's probably going to be the freshman that plays the most after Bane and Damari. Regardless if Damari starts, he's going to play. Regardless of Bane starts, he's going to play. He probably doesn't start at the beginning of the year, and then you might see that with Jaden Wayne towards they'll get to that point where he's played 4 games. Are we going to redshirt him? And they're all going to look at each other and be like, nah. A guy like Jaden Wayne not staying on your college campus 4 or 5 years, bro. Kids are barely staying 1 or 2 now. Like, fuck it, redshirt, bro. Like, let Jaden
he's
Wayne
gone. He's a pro. He's a pro player.
Yeah,
he's a pro player in 3 years. Yeah.
IMG, coming out of him and Mal and Noah went against each other every day. So you'll see more of that on Green Tree.
Facts. All right, getting this next one. All right, man. Defensive transfer of the year. That's how we're breaking it down in sections here, man. Yeah, defensive transfer. All right, man. I'm gonna go. I mean, look, man. Y'all, you took Francis from me. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go Kiko. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting middle linebacker. Got to meet him. It's a grown ass man, dog. That's a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Shook his hand. That dude is. I lived in Hawaii for a long time. That is every Samoan I've ever met. Just a grown man that carry themselves differently, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go Kiko, man. Steve-O, what you got?
Craziest thing, if you're on and you probably heard it in Canes Fest in the spring game, when Kiko is running and chasing after somebody, you hear him breathing and chasing. They'd be like, bro, that's your own teammate, bro. Chill. I'd be scared.
They don't have an off switch, bro. Like, quick story about fam. Samoans are the kindest, most gentle, most terrifying people. Because if you family, there's nothing like it. I'm a little dark skin. I live in Hawaii. I could kind of pass with them. Kiko did ask me if I was living on the West Coast. It's like, no, man, I'm just dark skinned Panamanian. And chop it up, bro. They're just different. And Hawaiian football gets slept on, man. Seeing Kahuku and those kids. I was living in Hawaii when Hawaii was good with the June Jones and that whole time. Man, Hawaii was jumping.
Rainbow Warriors.
Yeah, man, it was wild. I see Bryce Mullins in the club. See all those guys just hanging out. It was wild. All right, Joe, what you got, man? Defensive transfer of the year.
Nah, who you said? Steve-O ain't say nothing, right?
You gotta go the best corner on the team, and that's Devontae Brown coming in from UCF, not allowing a touchdown in 3+ years. And if you think about conferences, right? It's not Power 5. You look at the AAC, right? What they do. They have some of the most explosive offenses from the Tulanes, the Memphises, the Houstons, obviously Cincinnati and UCF just left and stuff like that. But those are the type of schools that he's playing. The games that you see scores like, damn, 58, 54, those type of
basketball
games.
Scores.
And he ain't give up one of them scores came up on his side. So that just tell you what it is. We should have took him out of high school the first time. I remember when he was playing at American Heritage, it made no sense why he went to UC. I guess he was skinny. He's nowhere near like built as his brother coming out. But when you look at just pure cover skills, bro, it made no sense why you let him get out of there because he is a man corner. That's a who I got. Okay, and just go over there and handle it. It don't matter what it is. That's what he is, and it's a great room with transfers. But you have to go Devontae. Super happy that our cornerback room is going to perform so better with the transfers we got and just happen to come from a certain county. You feel me?
Here we go.
I don't want to say any more names just in case somebody says him next, but
Joe, I'm not
going
corner. I'm gonna go Branson Dean out here, man. You know what I mean? At DT. I'm still a little worried about that depth and that run stopping ability of the D tackles, the interior D line, because you got to keep them linebackers clean. But I think Branson Dean, man, he played in the Big Ten. He played the rugged type run type offenses, so he knows how to handle himself. Yeah, in the cold, he knows how to handle himself in there. Mature guy, played a lot of football at a high level. So I think Branson Dean is a guy.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, one of the best things is when I was asking for any nuggets about him. First thing I heard was watch his game versus Wisconsin. I was scared because I don't want to watch this. I watched it. He dominated. I was like, oh my God. That literally sold me. Like when somebody told me, I didn't know if it was good or bad. It was just a text. You can't really, it was just watch this tape versus Wisconsin, ... I'm thinking, oh my God, no, this is it. Blah, blah, blah. They running for 300 on him. Yo, this dude, It's like he's like people worry about, oh, can he stand up at the point of attack? One, his play strength has allowed him to, but he's able to affect the running game a lot like a similar defensive tackle from a little bit a while ago, like a RJ McIntosh, where he might not be the one to disengage and a double team and stuff that run. But my G, if he coming from that backside, don't think that you running away from him, that's it. Like you running that way, like nah, he's an athletic tackle who could shoot gaps and close backside.
Yeah.
And another thing about him, he put on size from his time at Purdue to here. He was like 295, 300. I think he's like 305, 310. So he's put on a couple more pounds. Not too much. Yeah.
He's above 300. He probably plays around like 300, 305 this year.
I just think we're used to we think 300, so we think it's gonna look different. Like the 300 isn't. You know what I'm saying? He's a big kid. Yeah. It's not a messy three like a Derek Plaza. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the right three. It's very different.
Then we even have, that's how much good transfers we got on defense this year, because we got another starter or two that we didn't even mention.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. We got KJ, right? KJ could be out there.
And I don't think he start, but
I know, but he going. I think he gets snaps.
Yeah, for sure
he gets snaps.
Jaden Davis, the little homie.
Yeah,
that's my bro, the cousin.
Starter at the start, basically.
Yeah, baby. He ain't coming to sit, my G. He ain't coming to sit. Well, I remember when Coach Rump was advocating like hell. I mean, no disrespect to Al Blaze Jr., but he put Al Blaze on the bench at St. Thomas. And it was him and Asante Samuel Jr. starting out there. Like, bro, he is that guy. He played outside a little bit too much at Oklahoma. He's more of a nickel. He had some up and downs, but anytime he was in that nickel, it was over.
And people, it bothered me that people was really like upset about that take. I was like, what the fuck? Like, he played at Oklahoma in the most pass happy conference in the fucking world. In the Big 12, so all they throw the ball 90 times a fucking game in that conference, man.
And that's stupid, man. Started 4 games as a freshman, all 12 as a sophomore, all 13 as a junior. Why the hell? Like, bro, what? They was trying to offer him the bag to come back to Oklahoma when he hit the portal. It was just, I'm going home. Like, they were.
There's nothing he hasn't seen, man.
Exactly.
People don't know. It's just it didn't make any sense.
Let him be. But no, that's going to be a big impact for us at the nickel, just because he's stout versus the run, bro. He really is. He's a guy who could put his helmet in. He is going to chop the shit out you. You a big bat, you get your ass chopped, boy.
That's crazy. All right, man. Next one. We start with Steve on this one. Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay, it has to be Leonard Taylor. Like, bro, if Leonard Taylor
we need to be Leonard Taylor.
We need to be Leonard Taylor.
We win in 10 games. We win in 10 games. Just from it has to be Leonard Taylor, bro. Like, I would normally want to go Cam, but like it has to be like Defensive Player of the Year. Our best D tackle, pound for pound, probably our most talented player on the roster. Arguably with somebody else. I'm not gonna name him, but like y'all know who it is. Like arguably the most pound for pound athletic, most special player on the roster. You need to fucking be it. So I'm gonna go LT for Defensive Player of the Year, just because I know if that's not the case, we probably don't win more than 8 games.
They got a ball.
If it's a debate, we screwed.
Got to, man.
Joe, you up?
Man, I'm going with my guy James, man. I think a big comeback is coming. James is hungry, he ready, and I think the defense Coach Guidry runs is going to put him. Yeah, this is money season, and I think Coach Guidry is going to put him in favorable positions, man, all year. The type of defense he runs, man. I think James is going to eat in this defense. So I think James Williams.
I appreciate both of y'all leaving this one for me. I'm gonna go Cam. I think Cam did have an All-American year last year. Take it. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Because I was like, please don't. I was like figuring out where I was gonna go with it. So Cam, I'm gonna go Cam, and I think he had an All-American year last year, but he knew he had places to improve. And I think with a Dye and Coach Guidry, 2 defensive back-minded coaches, right? I think he's going to get even better and learn different things. And he didn't take the offseason lightly. Like Joe, you and I talk about, when the offseason is really when you make your money. Like these practices, getting his body right, figuring out how to feed himself, and working out and doing the training. Man, he upped his game. He saw his All-American as a challenge. You know what I'm saying? He didn't see it as something to get comfortable from. And so I got Cam as my depoy.
He wants to have the 24 and the 5 in the IPO. That's his goal. Like it ain't I'm up there. It's like I need to get there. So Cam is raw fam. He coaches up our DBs as well. When he can't travel as much with us. When Khalil was able to is when he hit the portal. That's my dog. Shout out to Khalil. But Cam, he's one of those people who gives back. So you're hearing a lot of. I'll give y'all a nugget. Y'all hear a lot about Jaden Harris and balling out. Jaden is like on Cam's hip. That's like he's mentoring the hell out of him. So if you hear things about Jaden Harris, just know they're pretty much like this. That's like his little bro. Jaden's come out to a couple of our tournaments too. Like, obviously ex-coaches our 10U team. So, we see a lot of these guys and we talk to them all the time. But yeah, Cam, he's taking that leadership role to the next level, bro. Like that thing is rocking. It's the way it should be.
Yeah, Jaden Harris is one of my favorite players, man. We was at the spring game, man. I was like, yo, that kid is about to be a problem, man.
He's had a lot of moments in camp. A lot of moments. I would not be surprised if he's solidified as the third safety.
Yeah. I'm not.
Bro, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised about that one either. All right, so we wrapped up Defensive Player of the Year. Joe, we're gonna start with you on this one, man. Offensive Player of the Year.
Did we do offensive transfer? I feel like we didn't do offensive transfer, man.
Nah, I don't think so.
We did defensive transfer.
All right,
so we'll do this and then we'll do offensive transfer.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, so offensive player of the year. I'm gonna go TVD for the same reason Stevo went Leonard Taylor, man, because we need that man to be the offensive player of the year so we can win these 10 games, man. You know what I mean? We need him. We need him to make good decisions. We need him when it's 3rd and 4 and you got to run for the first down. We need you to get the first. We don't need you to slide early or run out of bounds. We need you to get the first. We need TVD, man. We need TVD, man. So he's gonna have a lot more freedom this year. So he gotta put his team in the right situation and make the right plays, man. So TVD.
All right, Steve, what you got, man? TVD's off the books.
Yeah, but so I'm gonna go with the next best thing and go with the person TVD's gonna get the ball to the most, and that is my dog. Xavier Restrepo is a baller, and I think he's gonna get the most touches. I would love to say another wide receiver, but I can only say one. I gotta pick one of my power duo, and we're gonna go with X just because that chemistry is stupid. I mean, TVD could put a blindfold on, bro, and still know where X at and throw that bit on the money. They the way they go, the best friends on and off the field. And also just, TVD's at that point in his career where he understands where the holes in the defense are pre-snap and then can examine, was that a fake? Was that a font? All that during post-snap. And, X has been able to do that type of stuff. He came out ready to sit in zones and break off and chafe routes and stuff like that just because, he had the best training down here. Yeah, I mean,
so humble. That guy's so humble.
I ain't hit a plug. I ain't say it again.
TA, the best in the business, and it get icky out here. So I think that combination of both their mental, being at the height of their career, I think that's going to be stupid. And then this offense is made for slots, bro. It really is. It favors the slot. You get a lot of one-on-one balls on the outside, so that's going to be exciting. It's going to keep everybody happy. But if you are a slot receiver, you know who Tank Dell is, and you want to play in this offense.
Facts. I'm with you on that one. All right, so those two are off, and I'm gonna go with the guy I've been saying before, AJ Allen, man. I'm gonna go AJ Allen as my old boy. I think I watched this film before camp, and I seen a lot of. He reminds me a lot, very smaller guy, like a Kevin Riley that's coming next year. And seeing him at Kings Fest, just off the ball, decisive, quick, didn't waste an extra second getting to the holes and getting out to where he needed to, man. Yeah, and he's a freshman, right? Because redshirt freshman because of his injury last year in Nebraska. So, yeah, I got AJ, man. Obviously, because
I think he does have all 4 years.
Yeah, he has all 4 years. TVD is the one that we need the most, man. But I wanted to make sure AJ Allen got his flowers, like from what I've seen. And I'm 50-50 with him and Mark Fletcher, but I give him a little bit of the edge just because the 4-game experience last year and now transferring here, who I think is also going to be the starter. But that's
he was balling at Kings Fest. He runs.
Man.
That was my first time seeing him run like with contact because the only practice I was able to make, it was still just shells. They weren't doing nothing more than a thud, which even though half the scrimmage they're thudding. But he runs with that forward lean. So even if it's a 2-yard gain, he got he probably had first contact at the line of scrimmage, and then he went forward. That's probably the most impressive thing about Allen is that forward lean that he runs with.
Yeah, facts. That's just I had to make sure he got noticed. All right, so what was it offensive transfer of the year, right? That's the one I missed. All right, man. Offensive transfer of the year.
That boy made a little thing quick too. I see you.
It was ready.
He had it. He just forgot it.
I just skipped it. Yeah, I moved down.
Okay.
Man, I be cooking out here, man. I be cooking, man. You know what I mean, my recipe stay strong.
Ben the butcher.
Yeah, man. So what's up? Offensive transfer of the year, man. What you got? I know who I'm going with. I hope y'all don't say it before me because I'm gonna go last. Who you got, Steve-O?
I gotta go Matt Lee. Because when Ja'Kai Clark went down, our O-line was terrible last year. Without Ja'Kai Clark, that thing went from terrible to this is Bush League. Like, we got 3 quarterbacks hurt. We got Mike Vick, the current Mike Vick of the future of this generation, getting killed. Ja'Kari can't even get away from these people, bro. Like with Matt Lee, I think just that he makes all 4 linemen next to him better, which is going to elevate the offense to another level. So I got to go Matt Lee. And he's going to keep my boy upright. He's going to make sure his job is the most important job. If TVD has the best year, that's because Matt Lee consistently got him the football. Real spill.
Facts.
Snaps. You know what I mean? Good snap right here, baby.
Right here, baby. And please don't let that guy run right to me.
TVD like 6'4", 6'5", but he shouldn't be snapping it over his head, man.
Yeah, bro. Or snapping that thing bowling ball style. Like,
all right. You gotta pick it up.
Shot putting out
here. You gotta pick it up like a shortstop out there, man.
Or somebody who's gonna check. So if somebody does a simple inside-outside stunt, you don't have 2 people running free. Facts. Like we're coming in. That was crazy. That communication got you. It gotta be Matt Lee. If it's not Matt Lee, we might not win more than 8 games.
Yeah, it might be last year.
We in trouble.
What you got, Joe? Oh boy. Offensive transfer.
I'm gonna go shimmy, Shamar.
You mother.
Shamar. I'm gonna go shimmy. Yeah. Shimmy, Shamar Kirk. You know what I mean? Just, from what we saw, of course, explosive, man. Get the ball in his hands, and he's like a running back when he get the ball in his hands, man. So I'm anxious to see what Coach Dawson cooks up for him. If he gets some handoffs, some end arounds, stuff like that, man. So I'm curious.
He might factor in on the return game too. I heard some.
Facts. Yep. So I'm anxious to see what he can do. I think there'll be a lot of explosive plays with him.
Yeah, I'm with you on the Shamar. Just I don't know. I think when we talk to him, you just see the mentality, right? Like the way he approaches the game, like having walked away the times he did, he appreciates it, and just a deeper level of love for football. That was dope to watch, and he loves Coach KB. That he's following him around. And Steve-O, we got to see it. Like he was the first receiver off the bench after the starting 3, so that's big time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's the older kid, man. He's like. I think he's 21, 22, you know what I mean? So
I think he just turned 21, because a lot of people don't know that he was out of football, working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And trust me, you don't miss football more until you wake up in the morning to that first shift, bro. Trust me, we all gone through it. Yeah. I'm happy that he was able to, double back and get another chance.
Yeah, that humbleness, man, and that hunger, you know what I mean? So I think Shamar gonna be good.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Javion Cohen. I'm gonna
Obviously,
go all.
yes.
Yeah. I mean, what you want me to do? You took Shimmy from me, bro. You took Shimmy. So I was like,
You'd have
please
took
don't say.
Shimmy. I would have went Javion Cohen, man.
Yeah,
So
And you
yeah,
already named Allen, so
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, you
exactly.
could double dip. It could be
Yeah,
AJ
but
Allen.
nah, I can't get no. That'd be the easiest way out. Like just double, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. No, JV. I mean, for all the reasons that Steve-O said, man. I think the communication as an older player with him and Matt Lee is gonna make a big difference. And I don't think we talk about him enough. Just as Honest Cooper is a monster, yo. Like yeah, like on that other side, I know he's not a transfer. He's a second year guy, but that just I feel so much better about the O line just on the interior. So yeah, I'm gonna go Big J, man. Shout out to him and as a new father too. Just had a kid a couple months ago, so shout out to him, man.
oh, that's what's up. Congrats.
All right, man. Last one. MVP, offense and defense. This is open. This is not. Don't no. Look, you know what? Fuck it. Let's take TVD off. TVD is the obvious one. That's the one that
DVD is
everybody.
off and Cam is off.
Okay.
Yeah. No
And
TVD, no cam, no off. You gotta go with. If you want to go deep cut, go deep cut. It's open, man. Let's go, Steve-O.
I'm gonna go most valuable player. I'm gonna try to name one it's hard because I'm not trying to name Matt Lee or Cohen. We just talked about him. We can't go TBD. You know what? I'm gonna say Elijah Arroyo, just because I think he's an NFL player, and if we get him the ball, which I think they really want him to get the ball, I'm gonna go Elijah Arroyo. I think he's honestly probably and it's crazy because that tight end room is stupid talented, but McCormick is more of a blocker. Skinner is definitely an athletic freak that can do a lot of everything, and Riley Williams is insane. But as of right now, I just can't see anybody, a draft scout walking by and saying, not stopping and be like, who the hell is number 80? Like it's different, bro. It's different. And the only thing that slowed him down was the injury last year. But I think if he's full go this year, which I believe he will, I'm not trying to jinx nobody. But I think you would have to look at that, especially with Coach Dawson's offense. A lot of the guys in the slot get a lot of love, and if he's in that slot, it's over.
Yeah. All right, so I like what Steve did there. None of the guys we've already mentioned. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be another guy all throughout the list. So the list gets smaller, but the talent is still there. So Joe, what you got?
Kobe Young.
You motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, that's my, I said last year that he needed to learn how to play receiver. Like last year, he was just catching balls, throw it up, catching balls. This year, it looks like he toned his body. He knows how to run routes this year. You know what I mean? He knows how to create separation. And he's always caught the ball. So I was never worried about the hands aspect of it. But he looks like he knows how to actually play receiver now. So I think outside of X as the security blanket for TVD, I think Kobe Young is another security blanket for him. So.
No, okay.
He ran 3 routes last year: quick screen, comeback, and fade.
And
so
that's it.
You'll see him. You'll see him.
Coach KB,
Coach KB definitely done open up his repertoire. You'll see him run more than that this year.
And I think in the red zone, he's gonna
probably
at least. I'm calling at least 5 touchdowns in the red zone, man. Just fades in the red zone.
Throw the fade. Yeah. You gonna hear me screaming that bit. Anytime we get inside that 20, boy, throw that fade. DB gotta have fear every time you get in that red zone that fade coming, my G. And then that's how you beat them inside. Because they too scared. They want to push you out of bounds. They overplay. They positioning, man. Throw that damn fade.
Mm-hmm. Every time.
Screaming that shit last year. Oh my gosh.
Ain't even throw a ball at the end zone. We good. We gonna leave that conversation where it was at. We ain't gonna venture in the last.
We gonna. Now let's leave. That's we can't do it anymore. 23 now. Kobe Young still with 3 routes had 2 games of 400 yards receiving before TVD got hurt. It's crazy. All right, man. MVP for me, Jalen Rivers. That left tackle, how he's rededicated his body. Y'all see the difference, man, from what he looked like in spring to what he looked like now. Slimmed down, better shape, rededicated himself, learned the position at a very fast level. Joe, you've been talking Jalen Rivers forever. I'm saying as long as I've known you, which is almost a year now, you know what I'm saying? It's been Jalen Rivers should be left tackle. Jalen Rivers always been that. Flo said it too. Look, if he don't work, we got real questions. Because if he don't work covering TVD's blindside, this shit could get real dicey real fast. So Jalen Rivers, and just again the way he carries himself and the body changes already shows you his dedication to this year. So yeah, my MVP is JR.
He's an athlete, man. I think he's the most athletic O lineman we have. So I think if anybody can do it, he can do it.
Yeah. Hey man, in the comments, man, y'all got to drop y'all was it 12 categories? Let us know what y'all thinking, man, and let us know what you think about our list.
Got to do defensive MVP.
See, why didn't you could have told me that before while we were on a 45-minute pause. Now when we're recording, like, hey, you forgot this side. God damn it.
Defensive MVP. You said MVP, offense and defense.
That's true. We only went offensive.
Yeah. So who's defense?
And we said no Cam, right? And nobody that we've taught.
No Cam, no Leonard Taylor.
I'm gonna say, yeah. Nigel Lee Kelly.
I'm gonna take this one. You motherfucker.
I'm sorry. I had to steal the Broward player this time. Like,
you're right.
There's one Broward magic.
You smashed it.
You gotta hop on.
I was waiting for the ball, and he just one-handed it right at me. Like, nah, man, I got this. We'll go ahead and take pick 6 to the crib.
You feel me? To the crib.
To the crib. Just gone. 99 yards like Cam.
Somebody was gonna say whoever went first, you had to say it.
Yeah, no, 100%. It was Nigel Lee Kelly. Yeah.
Damn, nobody said Nigel Lee at all. What the hell?
That's what I was gonna. Fam, I was torn for the MVP. I was torn going. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the players of the year. Like, I was thinking for the depoy. I was thinking Nigel Lee, but I was like, yeah, man.
All right,
Joe, you up?
Who you got? Nah, go ahead, son. You don't went last.
Nah, I'm ready. I need a second because that shit hurt. I thought I was about to have the game winner, and they just said nope. I'm just gonna take that shit to the crib. All right. Lost by 3.
All right, so I'm gonna have to go on the other side with Mezzi. I'm gonna have to go with Akeem Mezzador on the other side, man. You know what I mean? So got Nigel Lee on one side, Mezzi, and what's ill is even last year with all the fucking disgust that we saw, we were still tops in the nation in sacks, man. You know what I mean?
39 sacks.
Yeah, still a top team in sacks last year. And that's without Jaden Wayne, without Ruben Bain, without Cyrus Moss wasn't playing and where he's at now. You know what I mean?
That lead is crazy with Cyrus Moss. No, not a lot of credit gets to Cyrus Moss because they just see Flame. That dude is working his ass off on that lean around the corner. He's gonna play that jack position crazy.
Yeah, they got
crazy. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna go Mezzi. Who you got?
I'm gonna go Wesley Bissant.
You out of choices, son.
It's not a third choice. There's a couple choices left, but I'm gonna go West. Just linebackers is the position that I've been concerned with the most. So that's kind of where I focus because I'm saying that's where I focus my energy with that shit. Wesley, you saw towards the end of last year, his movement was faster than we've seen in a very long time. I might go back as far as just reactionary and attacking the ball like a Sean Spence is how far, you know what I'm saying? Like we just going to the ball. You can go to Shaq's in the bigger, that's a different position. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go Wesley just because you saw the difference in skill level in 4 or 5 games that he started, and he already has that experience. Might be the starter, might not, but I love the competition that's being put at his position. That makes him better. Yeah, I know he's gonna start. I like throwing out that caveat. Like, no, he started. Yeah, he started.
Yeah, I'll be doing the political right correct too, but like for West, nah.
He's it, bro. He's it.
Yeah, Sir Himothy the First.
Yeah, he's him.
All right, man. First of the name.
Y'all leave y'all comments at the bottom, man. Let us know what y'all think, man. It's you got anything else, Joe? You got anything you want to talk about? Get off your chest. We already talked about the fact.
Listen, I'm ready for the first fucking. I'm sorry. I'm waiting. I'm ready for the first game. Man.
You know,
Like I'm ready, man. Like we out there, STEVO. We need to link up. We ready, man.
Yeah, we're gonna be out there, man.
Friday
I'm
game,
out there
man.
for
Just pull
first.
up.
I'm out there for A&M. Yeah.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I mean? So,
Yeah, we got at both of them. We're gonna be out at both of them bad boys, man. I'm driving down. I'm driving down Friday. We're gonna be out in the building, man. For sure.
Wait, where you stay at, Benny?
I live in a small ass town near Ocala called Bushnell.
Oh, okay.
It's like
you a Cozy Hive then.
no, I grew up. I moved up here way after Cozy left. But,
okay.
I was yeah. I lived in Miami most of my life. I just moved up here for work 11 years ago. Yeah, that's all about that paper, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. We got nothing else. We're gonna keep chopping it up, but y'all done listening to this. It's that You Heard podcast, man. We out here. Peace.